Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, you know, originally I am from Argentina, like the presentation said, and I learned English with 40 years old. My pronunciation sometimes is not very good, sorry about that, but any question you have, please raise your hand, stop me, and we can talk. Also, we can have any question, anything you want to ask. Ramon and myself, we are open to try to answer the question. If we cannot answer the question, I promise in some way I can email you with some answer. Well, I've been working all my life with cats. My last challenge in terms of work, it was the University of California. The University of California is probably today one of the most intensive milk production systems in the world. And I'm going to talk about how this production system evolved through the years. What are the problems that we have and what are the challenges that we are going to have in the near future? I'm going to do a brief introduction about the California agriculture. Then I want to talk about how the milk production systems in the world are evolving, like examples, because just 1 hour ago we were talking with different professionals here, and there is one idea that the dairy industry in California, in India, is going to be growing in the next year. I think it's going to be nice for you to see the problems that we have in California because the intensification process of milk production that we didn't have in the last 40 years. I'm going to talk also about why farmers intensify. And I want to answer the question, is the intensification sustainable? I'm going to do a very brief comment related with the Paris meeting, the climate change meeting in 2015, and the conclusions of this meeting, because these conclusions are going to be related with the future of the dairy industry in India. Finally, I am going to explain to you how we are trying to resolve the environmental problems that we have today in California, where we are in terms of pollution problems, and where are we going in the future, our next challenge. Just a brief summary of my education. I am an ag engineer. Really, I didn't know very well what to study. I love agriculture, and I am an ag engineer for this reason. But during my career as agricultural engineer, I began feeling attraction for nutrition, animal nutrition. And then I did my master's degree at the University of Chile. At that time, many years ago, the University of Chile has an agreement with the University UC Davis. And many professors from UC Davis, they traveled to Chile to teach animal science at the University of Chile. And I did all my thesis related with rumen physiology and rumen metabolism, especially methane production. Then I did my PhD in Reading University. At that time also in Argentina dairy industry was increasing, evolving. The country was planning to export milk, and we did have many problems related to the milk composition, the chemical milk composition, very low levels of fat, low levels of the true protein in the milk, high level of milk urea nitrogen at that time, because we were feeding cows under grazing conditions with alfalfa pasture, high level of protein degradability. When I arrived to work in England, it was a meeting, and the researcher there, they said, well, Alejandro, you are going to work on pollution problem. It was like, what? I came here to work on milk, on chemical milk composition, not on pollution problem. And one top guy there was a big professor. The name is David Beaver. Said, Alejandro, if you know how to manage the chemical composition of the manure, it's going to be very simple for you to manage the chemical composition of the milk. And at the beginning, it was very confused for me, because it was something totally new, a totally new world, pollution problems related with manure. But with the time, it was fascinating. It was crazy. And I began studying the pollution problem. I said, wow, this is my life. And finally, I did all my research on the relationship between how to feed cows to control the manure chemical composition. And then, well, I did some training periods in Wisconsin University, USA, and Bonn University. This is basically my background. And if you see here, this is the map of America. This is South America with Brazil, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina. This is Central America, United States, and California is the west coast of USA, United States. That means I live in Argentina in the middle of nowhere. It's a farming area. I don't know, 200 kilometers around my city, which is a very small city. We have light, electricity in my city. But 200 kilometers around my city, there are only cows